So you've probably seen the name Lou Union pop up just about everywhere. But how does someone get so famous, so fast, that their concert tickets literally break the internet? Well, his story is so much more than what it looks like on the surface, and it all kicks off with one absolutely insane number.
0.6 seconds. I mean, just think about that. That's faster than you can even blink. But for Liu Yuning, this tiny fraction of a second, well, it's everything.
Yep, you heard that right. It took less than 1 second for every single ticket to his concert in Chengdu to just disappear. The demand was so huge the servers just completely gave up. Now that is what you call A-list star power.
Okay, so when you hear a number like that, it's so easy to just chalk it up to overnight fame, right? One viral video and bam, instant celebrity. But is that really what happened here? Or is there something way, way deeper going on? And you know what? He said it best himself. He wasn't made overnight, he was finally seen overnight. And that one quote, it just changes everything. It flips the whole narrative from random luck to a long, hard-fought journey.
So let's rewind. Let's go back way before the sold-out stadiums and the screaming fans. Because before all of that, there were years of struggle. This is the foundation that was being built long, long before most of us even knew his name.
This timeline really tells the true story. See, he formed his band way back in 2014, started live streaming in 2015, but that big viral moment, that breakthrough, it didn't happen until 2018. That's a 4-year gap. We're not talking about an overnight success. We're talking about a 4-year grind. And just to really put that into perspective for you, 4 years is 1,460 days. That's day after day of showing up, of singing, of trying to get better with absolutely zero guarantee that anyone would ever notice.
And where was he for all those days? Not in some fancy recording studio. He was on a street corner in Dandong's old district. No spotlights, no giant sound system, no crowds cheering him on. It was just him, his buddies in the band, and a single little camera streaming to whoever was out there watching online.
That kind of determination doesn't just come from nowhere. His life was tough from the get-go. He lost his dad when he was only 4, was raised by his grandparents, and had to work all sorts of jobs. He was a chef, a waiter, you name it. He even tried the whole TV singing competition route, but just kept getting rejected. Honestly, most people would have just given up, but he didn't.
Okay, so after all that grinding, he finally goes viral. He gets the attention. But what he did next, that's what really defines him. He was at a crossroads, take the easy money or play the long game.
And this part is so crucial. The typical internet celebrity playbook is pretty simple. Go viral, monetize it immediately, start selling stuff. He did the exact opposite. He actually turned off fan donations. He said no to big money e-commerce deals. Why? Because he didn't want to be a flash in the pan. He wanted a real career.
So if he wasn't cashing in, what was he doing? Well, he was singing. A lot. Which brings us to this number. Over 140. That's how many original soundtracks, OSTs, he's sung for TV shows and movies. And this was a genius move. Instead of trying to chase a one-hit wonder on the pop charts, he became the voice of these massive hit dramas that everyone was already watching. He literally wove his voice into the fabric of pop culture, making it impossible to ignore.
So why is he so good at this? It's not about doing crazy vocal gymnastics. His whole style is built on stability and, most importantly, on raw emotion. The job of an OST singer isn't to show off, it's to make the audience feel something. And after years of singing directly to people on a street corner, well, let's just say he's a master at connecting.
But just conquering the music world wasn't enough. He decided to step in front of the camera and become an actor. A move that, let me tell you, was met with a ton of backlash. Yeah, when he first got cast in these historical dramas, the internet was just brutal. People attacked his looks, they questioned if he even deserved to be there. He was literally given the nickname Ancient Costume Ugly Man. It was harsh. So how do you even respond to that much hate? His answer was to just work so hard that no one could deny him. Get this, during one shoot, he actually broke his leg. And he kept going. He pushed through the pain and kept filming his own intense fight scenes and horse riding shots. That is dedication. And the result of all that hard work? A complete and total turnaround. When those shows finally aired,
Public opinion did a 180. The same people who had been making fun of him were now flooding forums with praise, calling his acting stunning and saying he just was the character. He didn't just play a part, he proved every single critic wrong.
So, he's a massive singer, he's a respected actor, but what's the glue that holds it all together? Why is his popularity so solid, so enduring? Well, it all comes down to something much more simple: his character.
Even with all this fame, the guy has stayed so incredibly grounded. When old rumors about his past popped up, he didn't hide. He addressed them head-on, calmly and honestly. He's constantly telling his fans to be safe, asking them not to crowd him at airports, and he still insists on using Modern Brothers in his official name to honor the guys he started with.
This quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? He's got this sincerity about him. You get the feeling he has never forgotten where he came from. He doesn't see himself as some chosen one, just a regular guy who worked hard and caught a break. And that authenticity is why people connect with him so deeply.
So when you really look back at it all, that 0.6-second ticket sellout, that's not the real story. That's the epilogue. The real story, the very core of his stardom, was forged in the wind and the rain on that street corner for 4 long years. That's his foundation.
Ultimately, his journey is such an amazing reminder that success isn't about being born special. It's about an ordinary person with extraordinary persistence, someone who managed to find and become his own light. And that really just leaves one last question for all of us to think about. What's yours?